Well, that's beautiful. I'd like to welcome everybody who's here. I'm not seeing on my screen how many people have joined, but perhaps Lisette can send that information out in the chat. That was a live shot of the kids and families in Granada, Nicaragua. My name is Doron. I am a long-term supporter of this organization, and I'll be your host and MC here today. We'll be joined by a lot of other people from Nicaragua and from around the world who support the program like I do and like a lot of you do, and like I hope more of you will by the time we're done with this amazing hour live from Nicaragua. We're going to learn a little bit about the programs. We're going to hear from some folks. We're going to watch some videos, and we're going to go back live to Nicaragua several times. We're going to have a little cooking class. We're going to join in a party, watch the kids smash a piñata. It's going to be a lot of fun, but also education, which is kind of at the core of what Empowerment International does. They believe that enjoyment is a holistic thing and it helps with education. So we're very happy to be here. I just want to say a couple words before I introduce our first speaker. The first thing I would say is this organization is the real deal. I've been there, I've walked the streets, I've visited the homes, I've sat down with the families. We're going to hear from other sponsors too. It's been one of the great honors of my life to support this organization and help this incredible community of people in and around Granada, Nicaragua. What they do is really remarkable. It's education, but it's so much more. It's the whole child, it's the whole family, it's the whole community. You're going to learn about how that happens through the health programs, the nutrition programs, as well as the tutoring and the mentoring. You're going to meet an adult who started as a kid in the program and is now working for the organization. You're going to meet another young person and her family who are all benefiting so much from the help that you get. So we're going to start. First person, I'd like to let you know who else is here. Lisette, the executive director, is with us. Darlene, another one of the sponsors. Ethan, one of our volunteers. The director from Nicaragua, Claudia Gonzalez, is here. Guadalupe, a former student and current staff member, is here. You can see her there on your screen. Orlando, the education coordinator, will be joining us. Angel will be joining us, the health coordinator. Naideling, a former student, will be here. And we also have a translator, Frank Tijerino, who will be helping us translating questions and answers. The last thing I'll say before I introduce our first speaker, ask your questions. We want to know what you need to know to help you understand where your money goes, how your support is transformative. So please type your questions in the chat throughout at any time. And we will have a couple of periods where we stop and answer your questions. In the meantime, some of them we can answer directly through the chat. So please keep those questions coming so we make sure you're fully informed and understand exactly what it is that you're supporting. And I'd like to thank you all for being here. And to start, I'd like to introduce a friend of mine and the founder of Empowerment International, Kathy Adams. There's so much I could say about you. But I'm just going to say you're an amazing person. What you've done is incredible. This organization that you started and launched, it's like it's grown up now. It's moved on and it's incredible. But it all started with your vision. So tell us a little bit about that and tell the folks here a little bit about empowerment from your perspective.
Thank you, Duran, and thank you everybody for joining us. It's really exciting to see the kids live because it's been a while since I've been back there. So it was in 2004 that I started helping some of the kids in the barrio. And we started with 76 kids, and we literally started on a shoestring and a promise of from a few donors, started helping them with school supplies, etc. And our retention rate, honestly, was terrible. It was about 78%, 80%, and we had trouble getting the kids actually to finish 6th grade. And so what we did was we started thinking about what we could do differently. And the first thing we decided and learned was home visits and building that connection with the parents. And frankly, that is the most important component of our program today. And over the years, we've added more programs, such as peer-to-peer tutoring, mentoring. Older kids are now mentoring and tutoring the younger kids. There's a whole trend in our barrio where people understand the value of education. It's been something that we had to keep instilling it. every one of our coordinators, our own students have talked other students into not dropping out. And for so many years now, we've managed to maintain a school retention rate of 97%. And our graduation rate has been 94%. Now, some say in the United States, that's a tough number to meet. So I think that's a pretty good success. Today, we have 350 kids still in the program, and we now have our own education center, thanks to another organization that donated theirs to us. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's amazing. And I invite everybody to go on down and meet the kids and see the center. And also, I want to just say something from my heart. There is so much going on right now in the world. And sorry, I'm gonna cry. It's so hard to make a difference. I'm sorry. What's going on? There's so many things going on that are so terrible, but you can change a life. And it takes so little to change these kids' lives. Not only do you build a connection with the children, it doesn't even take that much money. And I know there's so much need. So I really appreciate anybody who can help continue to support these children or to spread the word to your friends and family. I was told when I first started that, Kathy, you can't change the world. And I was really not encouraged by many people in my life. And I said, you know what? Maybe I can't change the world, but I can change with life. Maybe they'll change a life. And I really believe that each one of us can change a life. And I hope that whether you do it with our kids in empowerment or with somebody else in the world, this is the time, I think, for each of us to make a positive change. Thank you.
Amen, Kathy. Thank you. And I think we all feel the same passion that you do. And I want to thank you for what you've done. I think next we're going to introduce Lisette. Do you want to do that, or would you rather I do that?
Yeah, thank you, Daron. Lisette is a light. She is a shining light who has been with us for 10 years now. She has been in so many different roles. She understands what it's like to do the drudgery, not even the drudgery, but just the hard work of going family to family, doing home visits. She ran our health program. She ran the program in Nicaragua. She's built our database. I can't tell you how many things she has done. And I am so proud that we have offered her, and she has accepted the role of executive director. There is nobody else that I can think of that would take this role and with the passion that she does. So, Lisette?
Thank you, Kathy, and thank you everybody for being here. I'm so grateful that you join us in this event today. And I want to share that empowerment, that it doesn't just believe in students. We also believe in the people who makes reality and possible this program each year, or donors. We believe in our staff because they are doing a really hard work in the country with the kids in Nicaragua. And something amazing that I just love for empowerment is like they don't just teach the students to believe in themselves, they also teach us to believe in ourselves. And this is why I'm here today. I love my people. I love the kids. And when I became to empowerment 10 years back, I just felt connect with the mission and vision of the organization because I believe that opportunities open doors and break the cycle of poverty. And listening Kathy talk about, she started with 70 kids, 76 children, and today we are blessing the life and giving better opportunities to 350 students. This is just amazing. But the most amazing of this is like 30 new students, 30 new students will graduate very soon for university careers. And 17 of them are going the next year applying for university with the hope to become a professional. And many years back, we started serving just 3 communities. And today we are serving 7 communities and 189 families in the north of Granada. And this is the impact that empowerment does. But this is not just about numbers. This is about people, about community, about how you work with them for long term. And this is why we are different, because our commitment for them is long-term support. Our commitment for them is for life. And, and, it's, and this is not possible without your support. When the student graduates from the program, it doesn't just finish there. This student come back to our program like a volunteer, and some of them incredible, but they are sponsoring. They are sponsored. They are supporting kids for elementary education, donating monthly to support kids from their own from their own neighborhoods and community. And what can I say about the community? It's amazing to see the transformation. I've been there for 10 years, and it's not a hard work. It is not an easy work. It's hard. We are not doing easy. Some parents, they sometimes have to send students to work and stay at school because there are necessity at home. They don't have food. They lack of many resources. But each month we support and attend in our monthly workshop more than 100 parents believing in the power of education, that their kids can have the opportunity to have a better future than they have. Because the 69% of our family, they didn't go beyond to 3rd grade of education. And this is why they cannot support their kids at home. They would like, but they can. And I want to close telling you that for me, empowerment is not just a work. It's a mission for life. I will work so hard for these kids and for this family, because all this began because Kathy believed in these kids with poverty. And all yours that are here today have been believing also in these amazing kids. Like they are struggling with poverty and many things. But even that, we are changing life and we are doing transformation in their life. So I just want to say I'm so grateful and blessed to be here and continue working with the kids and family of Nicaragua. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisette. And I think those of you who are listening, and many of you have already responded, I just want to say thank you to Maida for your kind words, to Shripriya for sending love and warmth, to Diana for thanking for the vision. I think Kathy and Lisette both truly represent the heart of Empowerment International, and you can feel it, right? So I'd like Leo to please drop, there's going to be 2 links. We're going to drop them now, and we're going to drop them again throughout the course of this event. One is to sponsor a child. If you don't yet sponsor a child, please do. All these kids, just understand whether or not you sponsor the kids, they're going to get the help. All the programs that you see are available to all the children in the neighborhood. But I know from my work with Alejandra and Anderson that having that direct connection means a lot to the children. And it's just an easy way. It's like the price of a sandwich and a cup of coffee. You can change a life for the price of lunch. Think about that. I mean, honestly, for all of you listening here in the States, if you sponsor a kid, sponsor another one. Leo's going to drop the link. And if you can't sponsor another kid right now, you can make a donation, a contribution. Every dollar helps. We're going to send out that link also. So please, 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 please do join us in supporting these kids. I'd like while you're doing that and thinking and maybe looking, which kid do I want to sponsor? How do I want to help? How much can I give? While you're thinking about that, I'd like to introduce our first video. This video is going to be Guadalupe. You can see Guadalupe here on the screen. Wave to everybody, Guadalupe. Hola, Lupe. That's Guadalupe. She works for Empowerment, but she started as a student. So we're going to watch a little video now in which she can tell her story, and just listen to this and think about how transformative it can be for you to sponsor another child and change a life and break the cycle of poverty for a whole family and a whole community. Lisette, we can start the first video whenever you're ready.
Hola, mi nombre es Guadalupe. Ingresé a Empowerment en el 2014, cuando tenía la edad de 14 años. Vivía cerca del centro, me gustaba ver a los niños, cómo recibían sus clases. Poco a poco me fui involucrando a las actividades del centro, ayudando a los niños más pequeños y también recibía apoyo académico. Crecí en una familia numerosa, soy la octava de 10 hermanos y logré permanecer en el programa gracias al apoyo del equipo de Empowerment y al apoyo de mi abuela, quienes me motivaban a seguir adelante. Cuando llegó el momento de aplicar a la universidad, Empowerment estuvo conmigo en todo momento, con talleres vocacionales, inscripción, mensualidad, pasajes y materiales. Recuerdo la emoción que sentí en ese momento cuando me dijeron que me iban a apoyar en ese proceso, porque nunca pensé que ese sueño iba a ser posible. Además, contaba con una madrina, fue un gran apoyo para mí saber que alguien creía en mi potencial. No era una hada de cuentos, sino una persona real, de gran corazón, que donaba cada mes para que yo pudiera continuar con mis estudios. Nos comunicábamos constantemente y cada una de sus visitas a Nicaragua fueron momentos especiales en mi vida. Hoy soy la primera universitaria de mi familia y parte del equipo de Empowerment en Nicaragua, trabajando para que más niños y niñas tengan la oportunidad de cambiar su futuro. Mi historia y la de muchos jóvenes que pasaron por el programa demuestran que el apoyo constante y a largo plazo sí rompe el ciclo de la pobreza. Gracias a personas como ustedes, jóvenes con grandes sueños pero con pocos recursos, hemos podido convertirnos en profesionales comprometidos con transformar nuestras comunidades y cambiar el rumbo de las próximas generaciones.
Gracias, Guadalupe. Thank you, Guadalupe. That was a great story, and I think you can see how this program can be transformative. We're very lucky. We not only have Guadalupe, we also have Darlene with us here. Darlene, hello, Darlene. Nice to see you. Why don't you unmute your microphone? I believe you were the sponsor of Guadalupe throughout her time as a student. Is that correct?
I was indeed. I am the madrina.
Okay, well, why don't you tell folks a little bit about your story? You've been there, as I have. Tell folks a little bit about what it was like, what you experienced, why you supported Guadalupe, and why you continue to support the program by being here today.
Absolutely. My first trip to Nicaragua was coincidentally 2014 when Guadalupe first got involved with Empowerment. And I'm a photographer and I was leading a photography tour. And so Guadalupe was in the photography club, which was part of Empowerment. And they have different activities and different clubs like a cycling and different things. So I was interested in meeting the kids in the photography group. So I went and I met with Kathy and we met the kids and ultimately decided I wanted to sponsor one of the kids in the program, and Guadalupe was brand new, so we got paired up and I couldn't be happier, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm going to get emotional too because we've been together this whole journey. And we also sponsored a young boy at the time, Eduardo, and he has since left the program to go study, I believe, repairing small machines, but he had a lot of success as well. And I was able to meet some of their families, like literally in the barrio. I met his mom, and always communicating with Guadalupe. It's funny, I dug out through my shelf here. I actually have one of the cards that she sent me. I think this was last Christmas. So you get, when you sponsor a kid in Empowerment, you get personal communication. And if you don't speak Spanish, that's fine. That they'll send you a translation with your card. You can send pictures back and forth. You can send a letter back to your student. She made me this. That's very cute. And the whole experience for me was just so meaningful, not just because she was interested in photography and I helped her with photography, and I even did a workshop in Granada once for the kids there, and she helped me with that too. And I'm learning Spanish and she's learning English, so we help each other. And she got to meet my mom, who she loves my mom. She always asks about my mom. And so I don't consider Guadalupe just a kid that I met. She's part of my family. You're part of my family. Te amo. So the experience is very different than sending money to an organization somewhere that you never see where it's going, and you see the real changes. Even if you can't ever get to Nicaragua, you see the changes and it's communicated back with you. I was literally just talking at lunch with a lady who sponsored a kid in Africa, and she never got anything about this kid, never heard from them, never saw them. And I was telling her how different my experience was. And so I'm hoping she's on the call. So I invited her to come today and see how different empowerment is, because I like to support groups that I see are making a difference, and that the money that I give is actually going to the people that most need it.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Darlene, and thank you for everything you do and for your continuing support and your kind words. I do want to just address a couple questions. Jackie asked, I'd like to send in a check. Do we have a U.S. address where you can send the check? Yes, the answer is absolutely yes. I'm going to ask either Kathy or Lisette to type that address into the chat. Make sure that everybody has access to that address, because yes, checks, big checks, send the checks. We want your checks. Absolutely. That's another great way to support this organization. You can see Darlene super excited. Sponsorship is good. One-time donations are good. It all helps. The impact of this program is immeasurable. I can't even begin to tell you. Someone else asked about how the families and students are supported stay involved. And I think we've heard a little bit about that. Guadalupe is a great example as a former student who's now a member. And I was amazed to hear that some of the students actually take from their small paychecks and support and donate kids. But this giving back is actually part of EI's DNA. They have the older students mentor and tutor the younger students. If you go to the center, you'll see the teenagers helping the younger kids. And then as the younger kids get older, they help their younger siblings and members of their community. It's absolutely part of the whole structure of how the organization works. Maybe some of the staff can address that a little bit later. Right now, I think we're going to go back to the center, if I'm not mistakenly said, am I correct? Because we want you to think about how big a check you're going to send as you get the address. And while you're doing that, maybe stoke a little bit of hunger and passion for visiting Nicaragua. We're going to go to the center now where Nora, because remember, they don't just teach the kids, they feed the kids, they take care of the health of the kids, the health of the family, the mental health, all of this stuff. And one of the things they realize is a hungry kid can't learn. So they feed the kids every day. And we're actually going to go take a little cooking class to inspire you. Nora, who actually does a lot of the cooking, is ready to show you how to make the iconic signature Nicaraguan dish of gallo pinto. If you've never had gallo pinto, hopefully this video will inspire you to travel to Nicaragua and try gallo pinto. So let's go live to Nicaragua. This is like Food Network a la Nicaragua. So cooking channel is going live in just a moment here.
Good afternoon. Mi nombre es Norita. My name is Nora. Soy la cocinera de la fundación. I'm the main cook at the foundation. Hoy les voy a preparar un riquísimo gallo pinto. I'm going to teach how to cook a delicious gallo pinto. Los ingredientes. The ingredients: arrocito, white rice, red beans. Arrocito, white rice, madurito, service with plantain, queso, cheese, y pico de gallo. And pico de gallo. Let's go, come. So first of all, we're gonna cook the beans. We're gonna fry the beans. We sear them. Maduritos.
We're gonna fry the sweet plantains. So yummy.
Quesito.
We're gonna add the cheese.
Movemos.
We continue cooking, stirring.
El arrocito.
So we're gonna put the white rice over the red beans. We mix it, we stir them. It smells super good.
Miramos las tajaditas.
We're gonna check the sweet plantain.
Quesito.
Okay, we're gonna check the cheese. It smells so good.
Movemos.
We continue stir them.
Servimos. Fritos.
Okay, sweet plantain. So yummy. Look at this.
Quesito. Y pico de gallo.
And pico de gallo.
Platillo nicaragüense.
Nicaraguan dish, very traditional, delicious.
Oh, that was awesome. Now I'm hungry. Yo tengo hambre. Yo tengo grande hambre. That's just a little live. You could hear in the background all of the kids. The energy of the center is remarkable. When you go down there on a during the time when the kids are around and the families are around, the mothers are there, the brothers and sisters are there. It really is the beating heart of this community, and it's amazing to go there and visit. And they feed the kids every day, so that the kids don't go hungry, so the kids can focus on their education. It also, by the way, inspires the kids to show up for the tutoring and the soccer club and the photography club and all the rest. And I just want to say, in addition to sending a check, you can also easily make a one-time donation. While I was watching the video, I clicked on the QGive link and I gave some money. So I encourage everybody else to do the same. Please join me. It doesn't have to be a big amount. I'm not a rich person, but it's so little to help so many people. So very excited. Well, let's talk a little bit more about what actually happens. This money that I hope you're all giving now, what does it do? What exactly does it do? Let's dig in a little bit deeper. First, we're going to watch a video on the education program that we're going to hear from Orlando. And if you have questions for Orlando, type them in the chat. We're going to have a little bit of a back and forth with Orlando a little bit later. I just wanted to make sure that you know that at the end of this video, Orlando, you're a very, very, very attractive person. But the child who speaks Damon at the end of this, he's going to break your heart. He's so adorable. So enjoy this little video about the education program. We're going to hear from El Maestro Orlando y también El Niño Damon.
Hola, mi nombre es Orlando Valle y soy el coordinador del programa de educación en Empowerment. Nuestro trabajo busca brindar apoyo integral a los niños y niñas que puedan continuar sus estudios y desarrollarse plenamente. Uno de los pilares más importantes de este programa son las tutorías escolares. Muchas de las familias de nuestros beneficiarios no tuvieron la oportunidad de continuar más allá del sexto grado, por lo que se les dificulta ayudar a sus hijos con las tareas. Gracias a las tutorías, los niños reciben el acompañamiento académico que necesitan para mejorar su rendimiento y mantenerse motivados en la escuela. Otro aspecto fundamental es la entrega de paquetes escolares, que incluye útiles y uniformes nuevos al inicio del ciclo escolar. Este apoyo representa un gran alivio para la familia, ya que muchos padres no cuentan con los recursos necesarios para cubrir estos gastos. Y así garantizamos que cada niño pueda asistir a clases con todo lo necesario. Contamos con la merienda escolar, que se implementó hace 7 años. Este componente ha sido esencial, especialmente para las familias con menos recursos. ya que asegura que los niños reciban una alimentación adecuada durante su jornada escolar, favoreciendo su concentración y bienestar. Realizamos además visitas escolares de seguimiento para prevenir la deserción escolar. A través de estas visitas verificamos la asistencia de los estudiantes y trabajamos en coordinación con el área de salud para monitorear casos en los que un niño no está asistiendo al colegio. Todo esto es posible gracias al apoyo y las donaciones de nuestros colaboradores y padrinos, quienes hacen realidad cada uno de estos programas. Su generosidad se traduce en oportunidades, aprendizaje y esperanza para nuestros niños y niñas.
Hello, my name is Damon. I participate in the tutoring session offered by the foundation, and I enjoy coming to the center because I always learn new things. One of my favorite classes is English, where I have learned a lot, can now speak much better. I'm very grateful for all the support the foundation provides us.
Wow, how could you not want to help a kid like Damon? That kid is just adorable. So happy you guys could all be here. Keep typing your questions. I want to thank Blair, who says she visited in 2020 and is so excited for EI's new center. And thank you for supporting 6 children you help educate. Thank you, Blair. We really appreciate your support. I also want to thank Jeannie or Jean. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. I apologize if I butchered it. Saying good job and continuing to support, and greetings from Colorado. So we heard a little bit about the education program, but again, like we said, this is so much more than just education. It's also health of the whole family and the whole community. As a matter of fact, EI has an health coordinator. His name is Angel, and he's with us here today. And we're going to watch another little video in which Angel, thank you for being here, is going to talk a little bit about how we ensure that the kids are not only smarter, but healthier at the same time.
Hola, mi nombre es Ángel, soy coordinador de salud. El trabajo que realiza el equipo de salud es esencial y se trabaja de la mano con el programa de educación. El programa ofrece a los niños consultas pediátricas, odontológicas, oftalmológicas y también la posibilidad de realizarse exámenes de laboratorio. Otro aspecto importante es la salud emocional. Proporcionamos a los niños y a su familia un espacio para recibir atención psicológica, especialmente para aquellos que lo que necesitan o que presentan algún problema de aprendizaje o del comportamiento. Las visitas a domicilio son un pilar fundamental para nuestro programa. Nos permiten tener un contacto más cercano a las familias, observar su entorno y las dificultades que presentan. El programa no solo está dirigido para los niños, también se atienden a más de 100 padres, en los cuales se desarrollan diferentes talleres. Los niños asisten a grupos infantiles, grupos de jóvenes, cuales se elaboran temas como valores, prevención y los metas a futuro de los chicos.
Hola, mi nombre es Valkyria, pertenezco hace 5 años a la fundación. Tengo 3 niños, uno de 7, otro de 8 y uno de 9 años. Ellos me dan ayuda con el psicólogo, están pasando los dos más grandecitos. Han mejorado bastante su conducta porque ellos son hiperactivos. Asisto bastante mes a mes, la escuela de padres, para saber cómo comportarme con ellos, cómo educarlos.
Gracias a personas como ustedes, más de 200 familias hoy tienen acceso a atención médica, apoyo emocional y oportunidades para construir un mejor futuro. Cada donación, por pequeña que sea, marca una diferencia profunda. Gracias por ser parte de este cambio.
That's fantastic. Gracias, Angel. Y gracias, Orlando. Let's take a moment. Frank, if you want to turn on your microphone, we're going to need a little translating help here. We've had some great questions, and I want to make sure that we take a moment here to address the questions of the people who are paying attention, and thank you all for joining us. Maybe, Orlando, we'll start with you. We heard about all these extracurricular programs, yeah, like the health program and soccer club and photography club. You're the education coordinator. Why does it matter? How does it help students with their education to be involved in extracurricular activities like art, reading, and leadership? How is that helpful to you in making sure that the kids stay in school? Frank?
Orlando, para comenzar con usted con las preguntas, estuvimos viendo en el video que los niños están involucrados en club de ciclismo, en arte, en deportes, pero usted es el encargado de educación. ¿Cómo influye estas actividades extracurriculares que los chicos tienen para mejorar su nivel de aprendizaje o en el área de educación?
El complemento que se hace con otras actividades ayuda a la motivación. El trabajo emocional con los niños promueve tanto el involucramiento en las clases.
Okay, I believe that the complement that we do with the other activities is really helpful as motivation for the kids in their education.
Y de esa forma ellos se integran más en las clases formales, en las de su colegio, y promueven su interés por desarrollarse emocionalmente y académicamente.
In that way, they are more willing to get integrated more in their classes, in their curriculum at school, and that helps to build up their emotions and their behavior.
Por eso es que nuestro modelo de trabajo es integral. No solamente vamos en una dirección, sino que abordamos todo su campo, toda su vida.
And that's why in our type of work is we're aiming as a whole. We don't go just in one direction, but we are looking at the whole life of the student.
Y de esa manera potenciamos sus propios intereses.
In that way, we maximize their potential, their own interests.
Beautiful. Wonderful. I have seen that with my own eyes. So that's a great answer. Gracias, Orlando. Bueno, muy bueno. I'd like to ask a question for Angel. Tengo una pregunta para Angel. Talk a little bit more about how the organization promotes healthy hygiene and nutrition habits with the kids. What are some of the things you do and teach them to make them be healthier other than diagnosing a disease or helping them get medicine? What do you do to support their long-term health so they can stay healthy themselves?
Pregunta para Ángel, ¿cómo puede ser el tipo de ayuda que se provee a los chicos en cuanto a higiene y salud? No solamente pensando en diagnosticar una enfermedad a largo plazo, sino cómo ayuda esto para que ellos puedan autotratarse o autocuidarse.
Sí, buenas tardes. Una de las cosas que realiza la fundación es que coordina con el Ministerio de Salud para que las familias tengan mayor acceso pues, a la atención médica, pero sobre todo eh, se visita a las familias para corroborar de qué está necesitando el niño.
Well, good afternoon. One of the things that we do as a foundation is that we work together with the health department, so we can be sure that the kids have access to health care. And we also go to their homes. We go and visit to make sure that they really need the assistance that they're requiring.
También se promueven acá en la fundación la higiene. Se desarrollan actividades para las familias también, para el autocuidado en casa, por ejemplo, para el tipo de alimentación que debe recibir el niño.
Also, at the foundation, we promote hygiene and we give them recommendations so they can do self-care at home and how they can improve their life with the kids.
Y la familia pues está muy agradecida por los espacios que se le brinda en la fundación con relación al bienestar de la salud física.
And the families are very grateful with the space that we give them as foundation and the place that they can have with us.
Beautiful. Thank you. Gracias, Angel. I have one more question that maybe you both could answer briefly. Time is short, but I think this is a really good question. And I think Orlando and Angel can both address it. Talk a little bit about how empowerment involves the parents, involves the family. It's more than just the child. We keep saying it's about the whole family. So, Orlando, for education, how do you involve the parents and the family? And then maybe Angel can address the same question from a health perspective. Frank?
Esta pregunta la pueden contestar ambos, ¿verdad? Cada uno desde su propia perspectiva. Hemos estado hablando de que en Empowerment nosotros estamos tratando a toda la familia, pero cómo no solamente vemos al niño, sino a los padres también. Por ejemplo, en el área de educación, Orlando puede responder cómo cómo abordamos a los padres desde el área educativa, cómo trabajamos con ellos. Ángel puede hablar desde su perspectiva cómo los padres son involucrados también en el área de salud.
Bueno, en la parte de educación trabajamos con los colegios, lo que nos permite conocer un panorama más particular con cada uno de los niños.
In the area of education, we work alongside with the schools, and that allows us to have a better view of the needs of the kids.
Esto es gracias a un convenio con el Ministerio de Educación y eso nos permite actuar antes de tener una dificultad académica.
And we can do this because of an agreement that we have with the education department, and that helps us to work better in academic perspective.
Y esta información la compartimos con el programa de salud que hace la visita de casa en casa.
And we share this information with the program of health, and they are the ones who go and visit house to house.
Una vez,
Bueno, Ángel.
sí, una vez que se realiza la visita, mensualmente se les pide a los papás, se les invita al desarrollo de la escuela de padres, donde también se tocan temas como la importancia de la asistencia a la escuela, lo que va a romper si, por ejemplo, el niño eh, continúa asistiendo a la escuela.
Once we visit their homes, we encourage the parents to get involved in the school, like when they have the workshops that they call parent school. And in that way, they can see the importance of having their kids attending regularly in the school.
Es de esa forma que la familia va creando conciencia y va dando la importancia a la educación del niño y se involucra en sus tareas, se involucra en la participación, en la asistencia también a la escuela, en preguntar de cómo va en la escuela.
In that way, we create awareness in the whole family, and they see the importance of being involved in the education of the child and keeping the child in school. And so the parents can get involved in that.
Bueno, gracias. Thank you. And I think, some other people asked similar questions about how empowerment keeps children in school through graduation. And I hope that those answers help with that. So, Lisette, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to take another little break. But before we do that, I'd ask Leo one more time, please drop the links for sponsorship and donation into the chat so that folks, if you might need to go, please click on those links. Be generous as you can. Share them with your friends. Share them with your family. Darlene mentioned her mother has been there. My mother has been there. She also sponsors a child. I've brought many friends on board. We hope those of you who are already supporting us, if you're at the most you can give, which maybe you're not, but if you are, please try to get friends and family to join you in supporting this incredible organization. So while you think about that and who else you might want to invite to support Empowered International, we're going to take a brief pause and we're going to go back to Nicaragua, to Granada, and the kids are having fun. I think they're about to smash a piñata. Is that right? Okay, vámonos a Nicaragua.
Yes.
Experience the Nicaraguan party piñata. Good afternoon. His name is Rodrigo and he is the PE teacher. Let's come and play soccer. Come on, kids. Come on, kids.
Awesome. That's great. You get a sense of the energy that's there at the center, and it's, again, it's soccer, it's fun, it's education, it's health, it's all of the above, and we wanted you guys to kind of feel it a little bit, and so that's why we keep taking you back there, where they're all very happy, and I think each and every one of the kids there would want to thank you in person. Let's stay in Nicaragua now. I'd like to introduce Claudia Gonzalez. Claudia is the in-country director. And we're going to hear a little bit. Frank, you're going to have to do a little translating, but she's going to talk. Claudia, you're going to talk a little bit about your job at the center, what it is that you're seeing, and then introduce one of our volunteers. Frank?
Hola Claudia, entonces vamos a tener un tiempo con usted. Usted va a presentar un poquito de qué es lo que usted hace, cuál es su trabajo en Nicaragua y luego va a presentar a uno de los voluntarios. Me da pausa para traducir.
Hola, les saluda Claudia, directora de programa, con mucho cariño desde Nicaragua.
This is Claudia, the program director, with a lot of love from Nicaragua.
Un saludo de parte de todo el equipo.
Greetings from the whole team here.
Queremos agradecerles por su interés en conocer este hermoso programa enfocado en educación, salud y la merienda escolar.
We want to thank you for showing interest in this program to help us improve the health and education in this in Nicaragua.
Hoy tú puedes hacer la diferencia.
Today, you can make a difference.
Actualmente acompañamos a más de 200 familias.
We currently work with more than 200 families.
Con 364 niños, niñas, adolescentes y jóvenes.
With 364 children, teenagers, and young adults.
162 niños y niñas y adolescentes aún no cuentan con un padrino o una madrina.
162 kids, teenagers, and young adults, they still don't have a sponsor.
Por eso queremos invitarte a ser parte de este hermoso programa.
And that's why we would like to invite you to become a part of this program.
Un programa lleno de esperanza, acción y sobre todo con un gran propósito.
A program that is full of hope, action, and above all, a big purpose.
Donde tendrás la oportunidad de poder transformar la vida de un niño, de una niña.
Where you will have the opportunity to transform the life of a child, a little girl, a little boy.
Con la mirada puesta para el año 2026, soñamos con ampliar nuestro programa.
With our eyes set in 2026, we dream about making our program wider.
Y lograr que cada uno de los 162 niños que aún no tienen padrinos y madrinas
And we would like to see all those kids who still don't have a sponsor
puedan poder tener este año 2026.
that they can have one in 2026.
Te invitamos a conocer Nicaragua
We invite you to come and know Nicaragua
y de vivir de cerca nuestra labor.
so you can live in person our labor here.
Y a compartir una experiencia única, ver el impacto real que tú puedes transformar.
To have a unique experience and see the real impact that you can achieve in these lives.
Hoy te presento a Ethan, un joven lleno de sueños,
Today I want to introduce you to Ethan, a young man who's full of dreams,
que nos va a compartir su experiencia como voluntario en Nicaragua.
and he is going to share his experience as a volunteer in Nicaragua.
Su historia nos muestra de que el próximo voluntario puede ser tú.
His story shows us that the next volunteer can be you.
Gracias por abrir tu corazón y ser parte del cambio acá en Nicaragua.
Thank you for opening your hearts and being a part of the change in Nicaragua.
Gracias, Claudia. Gracias a todos. I'm Ethan, and I went to Nicaragua last summer, and I want to show you guys some of the pictures from when I was there. So this was me teaching financial literacy, and I want to say, like, I have never been pulled into a community as quickly as I had been in Nicaragua. And particularly, I want to show you a video. This is this is me dancing with the staff, and they essentially pulled me in right from the start into the dancing and right into the music and right into I guess their community. And it's real as it's extremely real how we would teach the material, and you see we have our wall there, and we put all our different financial material on the wall. And then right after class, we would go to Norma, who is the best cook, and eat gallo pinto. And then right after that, we would go to the football and play football. And I just have never seen or felt such a pull from a community. And it was just in a second, I felt like I could have been there for 10 years. You know, how quickly I grew to know, grew to know everyone. And I want to say one more thing as well. It's about the leadership and the intellect of these kids. I mean, the material that I was sharing was a compression of multiple units into 2 weeks. And very quickly, kids came up with their own business ideas. Like right here, this is an idea to present different baked goods. Kids learned a lot about banking, and it was just unbelievable the leadership that these kids had in, filling the gap when they couldn't really understand fully my Spanish, because mi español no es lo mejor que todos. Entonces, I'm just really grateful. I really want to share with everyone here on the call that I just cannot believe how strong the community is in Empowerment International, and I want to thank everyone here who's coming on tonight as well.
Ethan, that's awesome. Thank you for your testimonial and your personal experience, and I can attest to it. I felt the same way. I know Kathy also felt the same way. As soon as you get down there, you just fall in love. Darlene felt the same way. And I know many of the people here on the call have been there. We've been getting lots of great comments in the chat about I've been going there since 2020 or 2016 and supporting the kids. And once you're in for life, right, Ethan? Right, Darlene? I mean, we're not
It's
going anywhere.
unimaginable. It's amazing.
Exactly. So thanks again. We're getting close. We've got a couple more things to share with you before we sign off. We want to hear from one more alum, one more a young adult who went through the program. We've got a video from Mike Neideling who's going. We want to share that one with you. It's a couple minutes, and we're going to have a little short talk with them. So here, let's watch this last little video before we go back to Nicaragua one more time and then wrap things up. So, Lisette.
Mi nombre es Naidelin Esmeralda, tengo la edad de 21 años. Estuve en la Fundación Empowerment desde que estaba en primer grado. Para ese entonces tenía 6 años. En todo ese proceso la Fundación apoyó mucho a mi familia, me apoyó mucho a mí en mi educación, en recibir clases de tutorías, en reforzamiento, clases de inglés, clases de computación, clases de danza. Al finalizar mi secundaria, la Fundación me animó a estudiar una carrera profesional y así creció mi pasión por la podología. Esta carrera es muy importante ya que tiene una atención especial para el cuidado del pie diabético. y no es muy común, por lo que me ofrecen mayores oportunidades en el mercado laboral. Este sueño fue posible gracias al patrocinio que la Fundación ofrece por medio de padrinos. El apoyo de la Fundación fue determinante en mi carrera, ya que costeaba con los materiales con altos precios que yo no podía pagar. Mi agradecimiento hacia la Fundación se demostraba a través de los voluntariados y dándoles tutorías a los niños más pequeños, y ahora me siento orgullosa de ahora poder servir a mi comunidad. La fundación sembró esta semilla en mí, no solo en la parte de la educación, sino que me apoyaron a tener mi pequeña clínica podológica. Y esta semilla que la fundación planteó en mí siguió creciendo y hoy tengo más clientes y me he seguido especializando con mis propios recursos. Y esto es lo que hace la fundación, cambiar nuestra mentalidad y comprender la importancia de invertir en nuestra educación. Hoy motivo a mis hermanas a seguir mi ejemplo y aprovechar el apoyo que reciben de la fundación. Agradezco profundamente a la Fundación y a los padrinos por hacer posibles sueños como el mío.
Fantastic. That's great. I mean, it's a perfect example, right? I mean, this girl started when she was 6 years old. Now she's an adult mentoring her younger siblings. She has a profession. She has a career. She had a technical education, finished secondary school. I can't emphasize enough. You saw some pictures of the barrio. These kids come from a situation where they have very little, where their families often are not literate themselves, where their parents did not get past sixth grade, if that. They live in places where maybe there's one light bulb and it's hard to do your homework. That's why the center is so important. It's a place where they can go. It's clean, it's well lit. They get fed, they get mentored, they get inspiration, they get to dance and enjoy themselves, all while emphasizing their education. Super powerful. So I hope everyone else will join in. Are we going to talk with Naideling and her mother at this point? Yes? Or I think just the video?
Just the video.
Yeah, the video is great. I think it really told the story very beautifully. We want to take you back one more time to Nicaragua. It's maybe you've been sitting for a long time. I know we're all getting a little bit stiff. Ethan talked about dancing. We're going to go back to Nicaragua one more time before we come back and wrap it up because the ladies down there, the mothers, want to dance with you. So let's check it out. What we got going on right now in the center in Granada.
Una noche por casa,
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. It's a great energy, just amazing energy. You can feel it. The center. It's a beautiful space. It's really it's incredible what everybody's doing now down there. I want to thank everybody who's been on the call. Darlene, did you want to say something? You have your hand up.
I did. I wanted to, if I could just share a couple of photos of my time in Nicaragua with the kids. I'll see if this will work here. And there was a question in the chat or whatever you call it about how does empowerment support the kids staying in school, and like all of the things that everybody said, like the tutoring. And I've seen it. I've been to the center. I've seen it. The party that they're having now, I've been to the year-end party, and it's, a celebration of the kids staying in school. It's celebrating the kids, but it makes them feel like somebody believes in them. And Lupe has told me that so many times, that somebody other than herself or her grandmother believes in her and felt that she has potential, outside of what she thought maybe. So these are some of, the photos that I've taken. It's me and my husband. I think this was from 2014 or 15. I'm short as well. This is Edwin when he was 8 and his little sister. So we were there for the party. This is my friend Christine, who sponsored a child as well. We all lived there in Nicaragua for a few months. This is the kids that were in empowerment and photography, and we went out and we took photos together, so we had a great time. We went out into the barrio, and some of these people have gone on to do amazing things. I think this is Anyelka, and she's like in the medical field, and Armando is like a designer of some toys or graphics or something. That's Edwin and his mom. Like the people that I've met, in the center and the gallery they used to have. This is a lady that came on one of my tours, and she sponsored a child because I introduced them. So I want to impress upon the people that are watching, if you already sponsor a child, tell other people about your experience, especially if you've been there. Take them there if you're going, and show them, like, this is what it's like in the barrio. That's my mom with the kids, me and my mom and Lupe. So to show them what it's like to live there and to live in this kind of poverty, and to give a child hope. So this lady was a sponsor, and she's since passed away, but she was inspired by me to sponsor a child as well. So I encourage everybody watching to inspire somebody else to do the same.
Beautiful. I mean, that's wonderful. Thank you. That's very well said. I'm going to give the last word to Lisette. Before I do that, I just want to thank everybody who's been on the call. All of you attended. I want to thank Kathy for founding this amazing organization. I want to thank Angel. I want to thank Orlando. I want to thank Guadalupe. I want to thank Ethan and Darlene. We've had all the attendees, including from Germany. I just found out we got people joining us from Germany. That's very good. Neideling and Lupe and Claudia. Gracias, Claudia, para su trabajo. All of you, Angel, Orlando, and Hazael, unsung hero, who's been running all the technical stuff in the background. Without your help, none of this would have happened. It would have been a total disaster. So muchas gracias a usted y todo la personas, toda la gente, everybody. My name is Duran. I love the organization. I'm going to support it for the rest of my life. I hope you do too. Lisette, would you like to say something to help us close?
I just want to share that Claudia says that for the next year, we are expanding our program. And that's mean that 14 new families are joining us in 2026. So this opportunity is amazing, because families to join in the program, they need first be in a waiting list, because we are full and all the barrio wants help. But we need people like you to continue offering opportunities to these kids in the barrio. So I just want to say thank you. It's been amazing, all of you, all this year of very hard work. It's thanks to you. It's because you believe in us. You believe in our work and our children and our family and our staff. And I'm just joyful and grateful. And gracias, staff. Nada de esto es posible sin ustedes. Trabajaron muy fuerte para esto. I'm just telling them thank you, because they work very hard to make this possible. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Frank, for the great translations. And everybody's here. If I forgot anybody, I apologize. But we love you all. Big hearts. Gracias. And please give generously. It's the least we can do after all these amazing work these people are doing. So thank you all very much for being here. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll see you in Granada. Ok, hasta pronto. Ciao.